Hey everybody, my name is Rydo, and today we're starting Nancy Drew Lights, Camera, Curses. This is the first of 3 games made by Her Interactive that are part of the Dossier series of Nancy Drew games, which weren't super well received from best that I can tell, and then they moved over to doing, I would say at least 20 adventure series Nancy Drew games, which I imagine are slightly better received. Of course, Nancy Drew is based on the Nancy Drew books that are like young girls, mystery novels, and personally, I haven't read any of them. I did watch a movie that was a remake of it, Nancy Drew, that came out several years ago, but I don't know how accurate to the original source that was, so I'm going in pretty blind. All I really kind of know is that this is mostly going to be a hidden object point and click adventure style game, best that I can see, and it'll be mixed at best according to the Steam reviews, which is probably not too bad for me because I've certainly played a lot of bad hidden object point and click adventure games, and I expect this might be better than than my average. As far as settings, there's nothing really here. The music is by default set here, sound effects here, character voices here, so we do have character voices. The sparkle sound effect may turn on and off. Full screen 1 and full screen 2 to my eye do the exact same thing, at least on my monitor. This is a Windows XP, I believe it's 2008 game, so it's pretty old. 4:3 ratio, no widescreen. I do want to see what this arcade is. Apparently right now it's nothing. I imagine as we go through the story we will play some mini games, and the mini games will just be unlocked for some replay value later. That's already more than many hidden objects game. Help, let's see. What's what? Doing detective work, conversing with suspects, and bonus levels. So seems like we will get some help as we play, and I guess that's all we really need to do. I'm assuming Nancy Drew is kind of Scooby-Doo-ish if we're doing lights, camera, curses, and there's pharaohs on the desk. But yeah, that's really just an assumption. This is a nice looking magic wand.
It all started with this letter from a friend of my dad's.
Voice
when
acting.
I called her, Molly sounded even more desperate over the phone.
Already better.
She told me to come to Hollywood ASAP and meet her on the set where Pharaoh is being shot.
So, in the Nancy Drew movie, the remake movie, or most recent movie that I saw, Nancy Drew did go from a small town to Hollywood, so I wonder if that's a recurring theme. Most point and click adventure games either have very bad or no voice acting, so if we're gonna hear that throughout the game, that's nice. That also plays well to younger people, but certainly not kids that are so young that they're illiterate, because all of this is gonna have to be read. Nancy, my name is Molly McKenna. I'm producing a remake of Pharaoh that's due to be released at the end of this year. If you've read Tinseltown Tatler recently, then you won't be surprised to learn that the film needs your services. The secrecy surrounding the shooting has been compromised, and all those rumors of accidents on the set, they aren't rumors. Strange and dangerous things are happening. Someone must find out why and make it stop. Call me after you receive this and I'll give you more details. And then a fake number signed Molly.
The set is on a very old movie lot, which is apparently being made into a very modern theme park. I've investigated mysterious accidents before, but never on the set of a real live movie.
So there is this old movie lot that eventually burnt down or got torn down in Hollywood, that I think the production went bankrupt and it just got left there. I don't remember what movie it was. I want to say Caligula, but I don't believe that's correct. And they're just calling it Pharaoh Land because the kids' game's not going to mention Caligula, which was basically a porno. What happens if I click here? Nothing. So we're still just in the setup.
This is one case I can't wait to solve. Soundstage A, here I come.
It's a slightly long setup here. So I guess Nancy Drew is a teenager who can drive, so she's 18
Hollywood.
or so. Very simplistic animation going on here, but that's not super surprising because I've seen a lot worse in point-and-click adventures and hidden object games. Welcome to Nancy Drew's exciting new mystery adventure. This tutorial will show you as a detective what you as a detective need to do to solve the case. Goal: learn to play. In each room you need to do two things: find the important objects and click on pairs of objects to use them together in some way. So that seems pretty obvious. To find important objects, move your mouse around the room until sparkles appear. For instance, try moving your mouse over this sign and click when you see sparkles. So hidden object games can have help, and sometimes they will have a button where you click for help, and I imagine that might be what these are. Or you can, some of them have advanced modes. There's some kind of maker that I imagine wasn't used to make this game, but makes a lot of hidden object games, and they come out looking very similar in their interfaces and their final ways of being created. Now you can see a close up to the sign in Nancy's magnifying glass. That means the sign is selected and Nancy is ready to do something with it. Okay. Select the object in the room that Nancy can use to fix the sign. This tape should do the trick. There we go. Perfect. Now the sign isn't going anywhere. There, corner fix. Throughout the game you will continue pairing up items that can be used together by selecting them one after the other, which is a slightly awkward system because if you click the wrong thing, you're going to have to get out of cycle to get it to work. Before progressing with the story, try to fix one more thing in this room. This flickering light. Click on it. What could Nancy use to grab the light bulb up there? Find it and click on it. I imagine it's this. Is there anything else even in this scene that I could use? Now you don't want to touch these light bulbs. I guess it doesn't really matter if you're taking one out, but you don't want to touch it with anything oily, because oil, or just touch it with your bare hands, because the oil will hurt the life of the bulb. You've got it down. Notice the bulb has a small magnifying glass over it. This icon can be used to mark objects that you've already found but are not actively selected. To select the bulb again and use it, just click on the magnifying glass. So it's something you can use, but look down here. This time you've selected the light bulb. Your action bar is blue. Your action bar contains items that let you inspect and interact with objects on the screen. You can only use it when it turns blue. So this is more than most hidden object games, although it's a little less than a point-and-click adventure game, because in those you would have an inventory and things would go in your inventory and you'd have to try different things on different things. Nancy says she needs a closer look at the bulbs, so you should select the sleuth eye. The prong is bent, that's why it's broken. I don't think you could bend a prong on a bulb like that. I think you'd probably break the bulb well before you could do that. When you're done viewing it close up, click the OK tab. We don't use OKs that often anymore. It's all pretty universally an X. nowadays. Now's the time to finish fixing the light on your own. Keep selecting pairs of objects that can be used together. Alright, so I imagine the idea here is to do this with this, and that'll fix it, and our score is going up. And what is this that it keeps blinking? This is the number of items that are still hidden. Okay. Finish the bulb so I can put it back up. So do I click here or do I use this again? Nice job. Now that you've gotten the hang of how to play, let's go back to our story. We need to find the producers of the movie, Molly McKenna. Note your goal has changed. Molly said that she'd be on stage A, but access is blocked. Let's move to the next area to try and find another way. Click on the red arrow. Hey, there's an intercom in here. Maybe you can use it to call Molly. See if you can figure out how. One last tip. See the number down here? Yes. That's how many hidden objects there are in the room right now. Good luck. So there's 5 things. And I guess this is pick up, and what is this? Let's see. Locked. Oil. You just tried to pair up 2 objects that don't go together. Don't worry, they'll stay marked on the screen until you find items that do match with them. So this makes it particularly easy. Remember to watch for the blue action bar. I thought we were done with the tutorial. A wanted poster with a black cat. It seems rather strange that you would tell me we were done with the tutorial and then continue tutorializing me. The hinges on the jaw are really stuck, so if I do that and that, we get a super bonus of 600. And there's a small key in the mouth. Now they can open this, which is great. I don't know about this score. I think probably everybody's gonna have the same score at the end of the day, when they've played the whole game. I don't know what would lower your score. Taking longer, making mistakes. Flathead screwdriver. Just go ahead and try it on that. Now the intercom source system will really work. I guess we didn't actually click on the intercom to begin with to find out it was broken, so we went completely backwards in the system. What is this? This is a light bulb. If this is look, what is this? I mean, okay. And we could talk to everybody, I guess. We'll just try everything. Wrong place. Where did Molly say she was going to be again? She said she was going to be in soundstage A, but why not do them all? And see, that doesn't... Pushing both buttons doesn't do anything. Let's watch our score and see if it goes down ever.
Hey, what's up? Make it fast.
Hi, my name's Nancy Drew. I'm looking for Molly McKenna.
Finally! I'm a little stressed at the moment because we just blew a circuit and nobody's power tools work.
I'm exactly at 4,000
See the generator up
score.
there? I need you to start it. Got that?
I guess so. Sure.
Don't guess so. Do so. Fast.
I don't know if I'd particularly trust a random kid to turn on the generator. Have you noticed that after you select an object, you can unselect it by clicking it again? The object will stay marked to the small lens icon. This allows you to bring up several hidden items in the room before having to match them together. Alright, so I need something to merge those two together. Looks like a chain. Can we just put the chain in there? Alright. This isn't particularly the safest place to have a generator. It's not open air enough. So I'm gonna click the wrong thing and see if I lose any points for that. No. Chain hoist is missing an important piece. It's kind of strange that we are all over the place. Here. Looks like a bolt is missing. So tape on the wire, I guess. Maybe that'll work. And then oil in the oil tank. Gasoline in the... well, probably gasoline and the oil mix in a generator. This part here. Alright, I need to push the button in order to lift the door. So we push the button. There's one more thing somewhere. It's a tiny shiny bolt. That part's fixed.
I think someone's coming.
I'm not sure I feel like Nancy Drew's voice actor is playing young enough. But also I don't know how old Nancy Drew is supposed to be. I'd like to see, like, if you just see her in shadow.
Nice to meet you in person.
Good to meet you too.
Like, you don't see Nancy Drew. So, is she an 18-year-old? Is she a 25-year-old? I'm assuming she was younger, but who knows? Now, looking at Molly, Molly strikes me as somebody 20, 28, 30, something like that, late 20s, a professional, full adult. To solve the case, you're going to have to get as much information as you can out of characters you met. To bring up a subject with Molly, pick the correct answer from the options you see. You'll get more than one chance, but to receive the most points, you need to get it right on the first try. So this is where points change. Good to meet you. I fixed the generator.
I fixed the generator.
Thanks. My line producer quit on me, so I've been down there cracking the whip all day. Looks like I'm gonna be here all night, too. I hate shooting at night.
Because of
the demanding movie stars, extra long commutes, movie studio tour trams, creepy accidents, or prompts. I'm gonna go with creepy accidents.
Because of the creepy accidents?
No, because I have to pay the crew time and a half. Double if we go past midnight. It's gonna put us even more over budget.
I noticed something interesting on the wall next to the intercom. It was,
Well, here's bad writing. You're making Nancy Drew seem forgetful. Like, I noticed something on the wall of the intercom. It was, I'm exaggerating here, but... wanted poster of black cat, peephole, signed photo of Benny Goodman. Who's Benny Goodman? Oddly shaped vent with 2 screws missing. Small mark that looked like the eye of horse. I wonder if all of these options would make more sense if you've played this game before and you mix things up in your head. Right now, since I haven't played the game before, the only one that makes any sense is the right answer.
It was a wanted poster of a black cat.
A black cat keeps showing up on the set, and rumors are flying that it's some kind of jinx. So if you see it, grab it. I want it gone. Last thing the crew needs is another distraction. Some of them already think this production has the Lois Manson curse hanging over it.
Lois Manson curse.
Oh no, now what? I gotta get down there. Look, go outside to Main Street and get the Ankh out of the storage room behind the pawn shop, okay? Bring it to me on the set, if there still is a set.
Why is there a pawn shop on the studio? The filming studio. Chapter score 5,900 points. Conversation cues bonus 5,000 bonus points. That seems like a lot. It also seems like I missed something somewhere. It seems more likely that the max would have been 11,000. This is the detective ranking screen. You'll be taken here at the end of every chapter. The more points you get, the higher your ranking will be. Interesting. We're already done with the first chapter. To obtain the highest ranking, you get a special ending. If you obtain the highest ranking, you get a special ending to the game. So I guess that means we don't want to fail. Like, I can already tell you, not many people are going to want to play this game twice. Me included. The transition scenes here. This is probably extra work. It establishes where you're going, but most point and click adventures and hidden object games don't really need that. If this was just a regular hidden object game, there'd just be an exit door somewhere. You'd click on the exit door, you'd go to the next area. Or maybe you'd see a stationary map and you'd just click from one point on the map to the next point on the map. But to animate the stair steps, it's work you're not going to see return on, because these games are not known for selling well. They never are. They're going to be a niche. Nancy Drew is going to sell these games a little bit better than just a random hidden object game, but not by much. By far, if I was trying to get somebody into the Nancy Drew series, I would probably just have them read some of the Nancy Drew books, not get them to play a game after that. I'd wait until they were obsessed with Nancy Drew and then say, here's some games you can play. Did you know you can click on your goal to get more details? Try it. We're still tutorializing. Molly said to get the Ankh out of the pawn shop. It's a prop for the movie. So why? It really makes no sense whatsoever that you would... I guess this is a stage and it's a fake pawn shop and they're keeping props on the soundstage. That doesn't make any sense. Do you know how many like interns would get would walk on a stage in front of the camera while trying to get a prop? And there are things called prop masters. I don't know how many packing. I know the packing peanuts don't belong here. Okay. There's two things. The good place for trash. Okay, so I guess maybe we put some trash up. And then there is something written here.
I wonder what this means.
To interpret the stone, you will need the shell to be shown. Who sat on a throne? In a movie well known. Turtle, eyes, bird, wavy hands. Okay. And we get this sound effect when we go over it, but I don't think you can magnify a magnifier. So I'm gonna see if I can grab this. Batteries are always illuminating. You've got your sleuth flashlight working. Now when you move your cursor over dark areas, they'll be lit. Try near the garbage can. The flashlight will need to be powered for you to use it, so keep an eye out for batteries as you play. Interesting. That certainly adds something more to hidden object games. Screwdriver, you might be able to use this for something. Let's try if I can open the grate. This is an audio diary. You can listen to it by going to your journal and clicking the audio icon on current chapter page. You found a gramophone record. You can access it in your journal under notes. I can't just play it now. I would kind of prefer to just play it now. Journal. Here's a short tour of what each tab in your journal is for. Clicking here will bring up a map showing the places you visited. Okay. Clicking here, you'll find Nancy's journal entries as well as evidence you've collected so far. Once you finish the game, you'll be able to view all the movies you haven't seen. No, all the movies you have seen. And this is where you should click if you ever need help figuring out how to play any part of the game. Feel free to click on each of these tabs to explore. This is X. It's a complicated system here. More complicated than it probably needs to be. Let's see. Return to journal. Cat Noir. Case in progress. Return to chapter list to view previous chapters. Journal entries. Evidence and extras.
I am Z.B. Collingwood, and it is October the 5th, 1936. Well, the first day of shooting what will surely be my most memorable, and certainly my greatest picture, is over. We shot the grand barge scene, and I must say, the sand, the palm trees, the water, and Lois, my dear, delicate, exquisitely beautiful Lois. Everything worked. Everything came together for a shot that was breathtaking. Even the crew was in awe, and that is always a good sign.
So, the Z.B. Collingway is probably who signed this. A note from ZBC in cursive, which is kind of hard for people to read these days. Chapters, there's, wow, 26 chapters in this game. This is going to be long. I did want to see, however, if I can play this and then go back to the game and let it play while I'm doing other things. And the answer is no. Okay. It's an odd reference, but BioShock, the first-person shooter mature game that had audio logs, really did a great job in allowing you to listen to those audio diaries, while you're also running around shooting people. And ever since having that experience, I have very little desire to stay in a menu and listen to an audio recording or do something similar to that. It's a waste of time. Speaking of wastes of time, there's two things here, but I don't see them. When faced with the door, you could try opening it, I guess. How can I open the door, though? Throw a brick through the window. Just throw that box through the window. Like, click. Nothing's blue. And it looks like there might be something there. Hidden object games and point and click adventure games both suffer from major issues of pixel hunting. It only gets worse as they go higher resolution, because the higher your resolution is, the smaller each pixel is, the higher number of dots per inch, or pixels per inch. Sure feels like I've been on every single inch of this map. And yet the indicator is that there's one more thing. One more thing. Find the Ankh. That's our goal. And I've been up and down the entire area. And so there must be something really, really small. Incredibly, incredibly small. Yes. So we found it. It's a hairpin that we have to hand break.
A bobby pin. A simple yet effective tool for all your lock-picking needs.
So we're gonna probably have a lock-picking minigame. Interesting. There is a save and exit, but as far as I can tell, there's no reason to really do that. So I think we are 30 minutes into the game, and I think we're good. Hopefully tutorialization stops. Maybe we'll get one more ability that they'll have to tell us about, and then that'll be it. It seems like bobby pin and flashlights are two things that make sense for a sleuth, but yeah, I couldn't imagine too much more being added. Hopefully the story gets a little bit more interesting and moves a little bit faster too. That's going to be it for this recording. As always, I end my episodes the same way. I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos, because all of that is supposed to tell YouTube that my videos are worth watching, and therefore YouTube is supposed to tell people to watch my videos who might be interested. I say supposed to because it never really seems to work out that way. If you want to friend or follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Google+, Steam, or Battle.net, there's a whole bunch of links down below in the description box. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.